everyone, John Cottrell here, and welcome to Power Yoga. This is a 60-minute power Vinyasa yoga practice. That just means we're going to be moving with breath. I'm really excited for this class today because it's something that I like to do as far as creating a Vinyasa flow. And our practice today is called Basic Twisting Practice, and that's exactly what we're going to be doing. We're going to be twisting today, but in a very fluid fashion. So here's our props that we'll be needing in our class today. Very simple. All we need is just a couple of blocks. They don't have to be yoga blocks like these. They can also be just some stacked books, blocks, encyclopedias, whatever you've got, okay? And of course, maybe some bottled water, a hand towel, and I think we're ready to go. Alrighty? So as always, let's start in mountain pose. So I invite you to stand near the top of your mat, perhaps with your feet about hip distance apart and toes pointing forward. Let's just start here. This is a nice way to build a solid foundation for ourselves. Maybe a nice full deep breath in. Breathe in through your nose. You can exhale through your nose or out through your mouth. Do that again. Nice big breath in and let it go. Then just settle into slow, steady breaths. Just making this connection as you arrive here in this space. It's very nice to make this connection to breath, remembering that this is the foundation of our yoga practice. No matter what type of yoga you practice, whether it's a moving, fluid practice like we're going to be doing today, or maybe you're sitting in stillness doing some restorative work or meditation, breathing is the key. So just slow, steady breaths. You want to breathe in a way that you can feel your breath. Even feel your breath rising upward as you take a nice full breath in. Let it expand and open up your lungs. Then exhaling, draw your navel inward towards your spine. Just a light contraction of your abdominal muscles. We're just engaging here in our center body. So again, inhale and just feel the breath rising upward, filling up your lungs. Even feel taller and lengthen through your spine. Exhale, draw belly in, nice strong connection here. And just continue with that sensation. And also, breathe in a way that you can hear your breath. So if you need to, just turn up the volume of your breath. Excellent. Good. Just holding here in stillness for a few more breaths, making this strong, deep connection, arriving here in the moment, being fully present. Let's go ahead and take 3 more breaths in and out as we prepare our bodies to move. And when you're ready, inhale and extend your arms overhead. Treat it like a nice stretch, so reach all the way up. And exhale, let's fold forward, so a good hinge from your hips. Bend your knees as much as you need to. And just make your way down, perhaps touching in the ground or your toes. Inhale, slide your hands up to your shins or knees and extend your spine. Feel like you're moving forward. Really get that extension. As you exhale, just fold again, all the way back down, maybe down towards toes. If you need to, just put a little bit more bend in your knees so you can touch your toes. And just notice the natural rounding of your back. Take a moment here to release your shoulders. You might circle your shoulders, roll them backward a few times and forward. And even shake your head. You hold a lot of tension in your head. So just give it a little shake here. Just nod yes, shake your head no. Let's prepare to stand. So start by shifting your weight back towards your heels. Bend your knees. Feel like your hips are lowering, coming down. Look forward. Then inhale, extend your arms out and up, reaching into the air, extended mountain pose. Reach for the sky. Exhale, bring your arms down by your side. Back to mountain pose. Holding here for a moment, just take a breath in and out. That's our half salute to the sun. Let's repeat that short sequence. Just really getting the body in motion, moving with breath. Here we go. Inhale, reach all the way up. Nice lengthening to the sides of your body. Exhale, leading with your heart, fold forward. Feel free to bend your knees as much as you need to, making your way down carefully. Inhale, sliding your hands up the legs, extending your spine maybe until you're horizontal, right there, parallel to the ground. Exhale, back
Down towards toes. We'll hold here briefly, releasing completely. Then shift your weight into your heels, bend your knees. Well, if you're sitting, look forward. That should extend your spine. Then extend your arms out, reaching high into the sky. Inhale, and exhale, return your arms down by your side. And just come back to stillness. Let's just hold here for a moment. And once again, maybe a little gentle circling with the shoulders, backward and forward. Nice. All right, let's go ahead and continue with our Sun Salutation, Series A. Moving together. Let's inhale, reaching into the air. Good energy through your fingertips. Exhale, leading with your heart again, folding forward. Carefully, take your time if you need to. Inhale, let's rise up halfway. Long spine. Exhale, fold, bend. Place your hands on your mat so you can step both of your feet back to the back end of your mat until you're in plank pose or a high push-up position. Let's take a breath in right here. Exhale, bend your knees slightly, then send your hips right up into the air, into downward facing dog. I just call that a shortcut to down dog. Take a moment to adjust your feet. You might tiptoe forward a little bit, even take the feet a little wider if that feels right. Adjust your hands on your mat. And in that adjustment with your hands, maybe spread out your fingers so you feel a stretch between each finger, and just an extra push into the mat to flatten your palms, really to stretch open your palms. Feel the energy in your arms, right up to your shoulders and upper back. Let's just pedal the feet here. Imagine you're walking or pedaling a bicycle. Just press one heel down, then the other, just alternating. Noticing this lengthening and stretch quality in each calf muscle. Nice. And as the heels lift, you might feel sensation, maybe even a stretch feeling in your toes. And come back to a place of stillness and down dog. Take a breath in. Exhale, walk, step or hop both feet up to the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, rise up halfway or just a good extension of your spine. Exhale, fold. Weight shift into your heels, bend your knees. Inhale, reverse your swan dive. Let's come back up to standing. Reach up into the air. Exhale, arms down by your side. Hold for a moment, just briefly, just to return to our mountain pose, arriving. All right, let's go ahead and move into Series B. Inhale, take the arms into the air. Exhale, take chair pose or a chair-like position so the weight shifts back into your hips and heels. Your balance is maintained by reaching out through your arms. Maybe up here or even down like this, parallel to the ground. Inhale. And exhale, diving out of your seat down towards toes. Inhale, rise up halfway. Exhale, bend your knees, round your back, hands on the mat. Walk, step, or hop both feet back into plank pose. Breathe in. Now this exhale will bend our elbows, lowering our way down to the floor in a straight line. Chaturanga Dandasana. Push or pull forward as you now press into the mat with your hands, straightening your arms, lifting chest, looking forward. We create a back bend, upward facing dog. Exhale onto your toes, lifting knees, then hips right up into the air, downward facing dog. Go ahead and make your adjustments with your feet and hands. Pause to arrive in the posture, and then we'll continue. Let's inhale now to extend your right leg up into the air, reaching long behind you. Exhale, let's step forward. Right foot to the top of the mat in your right hand. Turn left heel to the floor so your whole foot's on the ground, shifting your weight back into that foot so there's an even distribution of weight between both feet. Now extend your torso long out over your right thigh like this. Then inhale, hinge from hips, rising up, reaching up, looking forward, warrior one. Exhale, hinge at the hips again, folding to bring your hands back down to the mat. Rise up onto your tiptoes behind you. Pause briefly in this runner's lunge. Then push firmly into the ground with your hands so you can slide the right foot back, plank pose. Bend your elbows, lower your way down, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Now inhale to extend left leg straight up and back. And exhale, left foot to the top of the mat in your left hand. Right heel turns to the floor, again shifting weight back towards that back foot. Balanced, long torso out over thigh.
Inhale, hinge from hips, rising up, facing forward, reaching up into the air, warrior one. Exhale, hinge and fold, bring your hands back down to the ground. Rise up onto tiptoes behind you, brief pause here in this runner's lunge. Firm press into the ground with your hands, slide left foot back, plank, and come down, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Long legs, pointed toes behind you. Exhale, downward facing dog. All right, a few breaths here in down dog. We're going to make our way down to the ground. Now you can just kneel down and take a seat, or with an exhale, hop forward, cross your legs, and take a seat. Sitting in the center of your mat, go ahead and roll down onto your back, preparing for a back bend. So you're going to lie down with your knees bent, feet flat on the ground, and just take a few moments here, just lying flat on the ground. Let everything just settle. Take some deep breaths, just a quick little breather, a little resting point before we re-engage the body. All of our movement so far just preparing us for our basic twisting practice. We're going to inhale just to fill up lungs. Exhale, engage belly, giving you energy so you can lift hips up off the ground like so. You can just lift and just hold here. I call this a ramp. It's just kind of flat right here. So if you want to feel a bit more opening and that roundedness in the body for a back bend, I like to take my feet a little bit wider. That allows me a little bit more space in my hips and low back so I can actually lift my hips a little higher. And then with the upper body, what I do here is rock the upper body left and right several times, just kind of walking my shoulders and arms underneath me, and that just starts to open up through the chest. Right there. Now with the arms can just stay flat on the ground like this, or even use your hands to literally lift yourself up if you need a little extra stability and support, or bend elbows like this, pressing the backs of the elbows and arms into the ground in order for you to lift a little higher and hold the posture. Deep breaths. And imagine you're breathing into the whole front side of your body. Thighs, hips, belly, chest. You might even feel your glutes engaging here. Very active pose. 2 more breaths. After your second breath, just going to wiggle your toes forward a little bit. Extend your arms straight up into the air. That should get the shoulders out from underneath you. And then slowly roll your way back down to the ground. Once we're here, we're going to bring knees to chest. Start to rock forward and back gently. Creating a little bit of momentum. Use your breath with a good exhale. Rock your way up to seated so we can come to boat pose right here. So you can energize your feet. You can flex your feet or point your toes, just something active to keep the legs strong. I usually like to keep my shins parallel to the floor. You can even extend the legs like this, but this is fine. Knees bent, holding on to the back end or back side of the legs here, and just literally lifting yourself up, maintaining this angled upper body. Let's breathe in, filling up the lungs. Exhale, engage belly. A couple more times. Very strong posture. Gaining that wonderful core stability and strength. Let's take a breath in, ready to move. Exhale, cross legs, hands in front if you can. Hop or step back into plank pose. Hold, straight line. Take a shortcut to down dog. Bend your knees, lift your hips into the air, downward facing dog. Pause there for a moment, and we'll just continue with our sequence, adding on. Let's inhale, extend right leg up, reach and hold. And you're going to bend your knee, bring your heel down towards your backside. Lifting the knee up towards ceiling just a little bit, just to create a bit of a hip opener. And it's a mild twist that's happening in the spine. Meanwhile, make sure your hands are pressing firmly into the ground, an even distribution of weight. Be aware if you're shifting too much weight in your left hand. Inhale again. Exhale to unwind it and step through. Right foot to the top of the mat, left heel plants into the floor. Find that balance. Extend your torso long. Inhale, rise up, warrior one, reaching into the sky. Exhale, turn your torso towards the left side of the room, bringing your arms down to parallel. And this is our warrior two position. I like to take my feet slightly wider so I can lunge a little deeper so I get that sensation of a right inner thigh stretch. Arms extended, parallel to the floor. Let's take side angle pose. Just follow your right hand forward, angled upper body, rotate the arms here. So your right hand is reaching towards the floor while your left hand's reaching for the ceiling. Now this right hand can actually touch the ground if you want. You can even bring in your stacked books or blocks right there, that can help. Or be high up as I am. That nice extension to this left hand really opens up the left side of the body, which is nice. Let's breathe in. Exhale, let's turn, fold, bring hands to the floor, rise up onto tiptoes behind you. There's that runner's lunge. Firm press into the ground with the hands. Slide right foot back, plank, pause for a moment. Shortcut to down dog, bend your knees, lift your hips into the air. Let's move to the other side. Let's inhale to extend left leg up, hold on the exhale. Just get longer, reaching more through your toes. Bend the left knee, bring your heel down towards your backside. Lifting the left knee upward towards ceiling a bit. It opens the hip with that mild rotation in the spine. It may not be turning much, but there is a slight rotation. It's mostly in the kind of mid to low back area. And of course, your hands are pressing firmly into the floor, even distribution of weight. Be aware if you're putting too much pressure on the right hand. Breathe in. Exhale, unwind and step through. Left foot to the top of the mat, right heel plants into the floor, extended spine. Inhale, rise up, warrior one. Exhale, opening to the right side of the room, warrior two, as your arms come down to parallel. Make some adjustments with the feet and legs as you need to settle into your posture. And then moving into side angle, reaching forward, angled upper body. Rotate your arms, left hand down, right hand up. Same thing, you can go much lower than this, or stay up as high as you need to. Good extension through this right hand up towards the ceiling. Notice what's happening on the right side of your body. Notice what's happening in other parts of your body. And be aware of your breath. Let's inhale here. And our exhale to turn, hands to the floor, rise up onto tiptoes behind you, runner's lunge. Firm press into the ground with the hands. Slide left foot back, plank, hold. One more shortcut, downward facing dog. Nice full breath in, fill up your lungs. Exhale, walk, step or hop, both feet up to the top of the mat. Inhale, extend spine. Exhale, fold. Let's hold here for a brief moment. And then shifting weight into the heels, bend your knees, look forward. Spread your wings, inhale, let's stand up tall, reaching into the air. Exhale, arms down by your side. Wonderful. Good, feel free to shake out those shoulders, even your hands a little bit, because there's a lot of work on our hands, right? Okay, let me adjust my mat quickly, and then we'll move into some balancing. Let's take tree pose from here. So I'm gonna mirror you as best as I can. So start shifting weight over into your right foot, root it into the floor, nice connection into the ground. Then inhale to grow nice and tall, lengthen spine, fill up your lungs. Exhale, draw belly in for a nice core connection. And then just lifting the left foot up off the floor, maybe flexing the foot to keep it strong, active. Maybe your thighs parallel to the ground. We're gonna open up the hip by bringing the knee out to the side, placing foot on the inside of your standing leg right here. And let's inhale, take the arms up into the air, reach, lift, and exhale, draw belly in, keeping that core connection. We call that the abdominal lock when we exhale and engage the abdominal muscles. Hold for a moment, just focus on something out in front of you, or just drop your eyes downward towards the floor. Maybe you're looking at the baseboard, or just something low on the ground. Now keep your arms extended. Let's swing the left knee forward, lifting your knee, flexed foot. Plant the foot into the ground and bring your arms back down by your side. And give them another little shake. This nice circling in the shoulders. Back to mountain pose, balanced on 2 feet. Ready for the other side. Shifting weight into the left foot, root it strongly into the floor. You're gonna feel that leg fire up. Inhale, nice and tall. Fill up the lungs, lengthen spine. Exhale, engage your belly. Let's peel the right foot up off the floor, flexing the foot to keep it active and strong. Thigh parallel to the floor, let's swing it out and place foot on the inside of the standing leg. And then inhale, reaching up into the air, and exhale, connecting to your center, navel to spine, the abdominal lock. Once again, finding something to focus on straight out in front of you, or just drop your eyes a little lower so you can focus on something quite easily to help you maintain your balance and focus. Nice. Keep your arms extended as they are. Let's swing the right knee forward now, lifting the knee with the flexed foot. Let's plant the foot into the ground, arms return to your side. One more circling of the shoulders. All right, let's get into our first twist. I think the body is well prepared, warmed up. Let's add a twist. We're gonna do chair pose with a twist. So I'm just gonna turn sideways for this. Go ahead and inhale, extend the arms up into the air. Exhale, take your chair pose. Now I usually come here, and we're gonna bring hands to heart center. So for me, this isn't a very deep seat, but feel free to sit back and down a little lower if you desire, okay? So you just choose the range or the depth of your seat. Once you're in your seat, let's inhale, feel the full extension of your spine, lengthening. Exhale, draw belly in, and then twist or turn, revolve to your right side. So there's that rotation in the spine that's happening. This is happening more in the mid back to upper back. The low back, if you placed your right hand maybe behind you, at the low back, it should feel pretty flat right there. Because the rotation is happening more in the mid section of the spine. Breathe in, exhale, unwind, place your hands on your thighs, press into the thighs to help you stand up nice and tall. Go ahead and sweep the arms up into the air too. And exhale, arms back down by your side. All right, we're gonna do the other side. Whenever you're ready, inhale, sweep the arms out and up. This is a good way to lengthen the torso and spine. Exhale, take your chair pose. Again, I'm not gonna go down too low, but you're certainly welcome to take this lower and deeper. Bring hands to heart center. When you're ready, inhale, more length in the spine in your seat. Exhale, draw belly in a mild rotation towards left side. I say mild because you want to take this, gently into the twist, take a couple of breaths, and then maybe you want to go a little deeper. For example, maybe you're up high like I am. Maybe after a few breaths you can sit back and down a little deeper. Inhale, find more extension through your spine, and exhale, maybe twist a little bit more. Place left hand on your low back. Is it still flat right there? That way we know that we are keeping the hips aligned, knees and feet are aligned here, and finding that rotation in the mid-spine. Let's breathe in. Exhale, unwind, hands on thighs. Press into the thighs, stand up nice and tall. Reach into the air. We're going to continue the flow. So inhale. Exhale, swan dive forward. Making your way down towards toes. Inhale, rise up halfway. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step back, plank pose. Inhale once you're here. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana, bending your elbows to lower your body. Inhale, upward facing dog, your back bend. And exhale, downward facing dog. Adjusting feet and hands quickly. Okay, let's inhale, extend right leg up, bend and twist. Bring the heel down towards backside, lifting the knee. Another rotation in the spine. Remember, this is now happening more in the lower back. It's mild. We're going to add another twist here. Follow me. We're going to breathe in right where we are. With the exhale, we're going to unwind. Bring your right knee underneath you towards your left elbow. Your left elbow. I call this core twist. It doesn't have to touch the elbow. It's just pointing in that general direction, crossing the midline. Inhale, take the right leg back up into the air. Reach. Exhale, right foot to the top of the mat. Left heel turns to the floor, balanced. Long torso. Inhale, rise up. Warrior one. Exhale, opening warrior two. Settle in quickly. Right away, side angle, reach out. Rotate the arms high and low. Inhale. Exhale, turn hands to the floor. Step back, plank pose. Come on down, Chaturanga. Nice fluid motion here. That's a Vinyasa. Up dog and downward facing dog. Set yourself up. Let's get ready for the other side. Inhale, extend left leg into the air. Bend and twist. Heel comes down towards backside, lifting the knee to create that twist, mildly happening in the low region of the body. Inhale again. Exhale, unwind. Bring left knee underneath you towards right elbow.
core twist, crossing the midline. Inhale, take the left leg back up into the air, straight line. Exhale, left foot to the top of the mat, warrior one. Plant that right heel, balanced, long torso. Inhale, rise, first warrior. Exhale, second warrior. Settle in. Side angle, reaching out, rotate the arms. Reaching high and low, establish the position. Breathe in, and exhale to return to the earth with both hands. Step back, plank, finish the Vinyasa flow, Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. Pause here for a moment. We're going to take another seat. So you can just kneel down, take a seat, or hop forward, cross your legs, and take a seat here. I'm going to face you. We're just going to sit with our legs crossed. So whatever feels comfortable for you, maybe just easy pose, Sukhasana. I'm going to choose half lotus. That's what's comfortable for me. We're going to take a twist here. Just a seated twist. Make sure you're sitting up nice and tall, well-extended spine. Again, I'm going to try to mirror you. So what you'll do, take your right hand, bring it behind you, or maybe just by your right hip, somewhere behind you. And you're going to push it into the floor so you can stay tall in the spine. Take your left hand and place it on right knee or outer thigh right there. Now you're mostly still facing forward. We're going to inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, draw belly in a slight rotation towards your right side. Maybe you're looking in the same direction as where your right knee is pointing. So you don't have to over-rotate here. But obviously there's something happening in the spine. Now think about this. We're sitting, so that means the pelvis really isn't in motion, but the spine is. So that rotation is happening more in the center of the spine. Two more breaths. I'm going to take a third inhale just to get tall and long in the spine. Exhale, draw belly in. Really just support your body as you now unwind and then face forward. Take a couple breaths as everything comes back to neutral. We'll get set up for the other side. So go ahead and take left hand behind you, maybe just by your hip is fine. It can be right in the center back there. And just push into the floor to maintain a long, tall torso. Right hand comes over to left knee or thigh, still mostly facing forward, but there's a slight twist already happening. We're just going to add on to that, of course. We're going to inhale, get very tall. Exhale, draw belly in, and here's our rotation. Feeling as if your heart maybe is facing in the same direction as the left knee over here. And again, pelvis is pretty solid because we're sitting. So there's a very mild twist perhaps happening in the low back or our lumbar spine. That's the lowest part. More of the twist is probably happening in the middle and upper back and spine. So the middle section is the thoracic spine. And then in the neck area, a little higher there, that's our cervical spine. You might even add that little bit of a twist. So maybe turning your head, all right? So we're getting into that upper region a little bit more. We have our lumbar, thoracic, and cervical spine area. Inhale. Exhale, draw belly in for support as you now unwind to face forward. And just hold here for a moment so everything can come back to neutral. All right, before we move, let's get our blocks set up. If you've got two blocks, place one on either side of you, okay, out on the floor, okay, at the top of the mat. If you only have one block, place that block on your left side, okay? Now lean back with your hands behind you, lean back so you can uncross your legs and come back to boat pose. Just kind of step your way into it. Energize feet, bent knees if you like, or extended legs if you want. Nice and long and tall in the spine. Breathing in. Fill up the lungs. Exhale, engage the belly. Feel that. A couple more times.
really conditioning our core center with this boat pose, but also the twisting postures. Okay, let's breathe in. Exhale, cross legs, hands in front. Hop or step back, plank pose. Take a shortcut to down dog. We're gonna add another twist here. Okay, 3 in a row. Here we go. We're gonna inhale, extend right leg up, bend and twist, first twist. Exhale, right knee underneath you towards left elbow, second twist. Take it back up into the sky, straight line. Right foot to the top of the mat, warrior 1. Left heel turns to the floor, find that balance. Long spine, inhale, warrior 1. Exhale, opening warrior 2. Right away, side angle. Reach out, rotate the arms high and low. Here comes third twist. We're going to inhale, reach high and low. Exhale, turn, bring this left hand down to the floor or bring in that block that's on the left side. I'm going to use both blocks. Rise up on your tiptoes behind. This is our runner's lunge we've been doing all along. Make sure your long torso is extended out front here. Right arm out to the right side. And just feel your torso start to turn or twist to the right side. Maybe your right hand starts to reach up towards the ceiling. So our revolving side angle. I like to be up high with those blocks. What it does, it creates a little bit more space in the waistline so you can twist a little bit more. Okay, breathe in. Exhale, unwind. Stay here. If you got that one block or two, place them on the right side now. Hands on the mat. Slide right foot back, plank. Take a shortcut, down dog. Ready for the other side. 3 twists in a row. Inhale, extend left leg up. Bend and twist. Exhale, left knee underneath you towards right elbow. Second twist. Back up into the sky, straight line, down dog. Warrior 1. Right, left foot to the top of the mat. Right heel plants. Long spine, hinge from hips, rising up, warrior 1. Exhale, opening warrior 2. Side angle pose. Angled upper body, rotate arms high and low. Inhale, reach and extend. Exhale, here comes the twist. Bring the right hand down to the floor or blocks or books, whatever you've got. Rise up on the tiptoes behind you. Long torso, extend left arm out to the left side and just rotate in that direction. It really helps me to be up high using these blocks. I know that if my hand was on the floor, I wouldn't be able to rotate as much here. And that's okay. Maybe your rotation is mild, and that's okay because you're still in a twist. It just wouldn't be maybe as deep, and that's fine. Okay, let's breathe in. Exhale, let's bring left hand back down to the floor. Get my blocks, so I have one on either side of me there, so they're ready to go. Plant the hands, slide left foot back, plank pose, and downward facing dog. Hold for a moment. Let's take a little breather here. Bring your knees to the floor. Sit back into hero pose. Now, if you can hold here for a few seconds, or if you need to get out of the pose, get out of this pose, because this can be a little strenuous around the knees and maybe your ankles. You can just take a regular seat, because I'm just going to demonstrate something before we move on. Alrighty? So just watch me, maybe just get a sip of water as you're watching. So I'm going to come back to down dog right here. So here's my regular down dog. The first instruction will be to tiptoe forward once, twice, and maybe a third time. Just getting the feet a tiny bit closer to my hands, but I'm still in down dog. It'll feel quite different. This is going to allow me to take my right hand, reach to the outside of my left leg, as low as I can reach. If your low is your knee or thigh, that's fine. Maybe you can reach your calf, heel, or foot. Meanwhile, your left hand is pressing firmly into the ground, hips are nice and high, and rotating so you can get a twist right here. We're going to unwind it, bring both hands down to the floor, and you'll step back. Okay? After we've done the other side. Okay? So it's really just kind of an upside down twist. Let's try that together, okay? So let's come to downward facing dog. Start by tiptoeing forward once, twice, and then a third time.
Keep a good bend in the knees, hips nice and high, hands strongly pressing into the floor. Now take your right hand, reach back and to the outside of the left leg. Reach to the outside of the left leg, as low as you can reach. Left hand pressing firmly into the floor, twisting as you're able while you're upside down. Let's bring the right hand back out in front, onto the floor. Other side, left hand reaching to the outside of the right leg as low as you can reach. Pressing strongly into the mat with the right hand, twist. Again, this is happening more in mid-back. Left hand returns to the floor in front. Step both feet back a little bit so you're in a regular down dog. From here, jump, step, or walk. Both feet up to the top of the mat. Stay on your feet, forward fold. Inhale, extend your spine, monkey. Exhale, fold. Weight shift into the heels. Bend your knees.
Inhale, reverse your swan dive. Come to standing, reach up into the air. Exhale, arms down by your side. Wonderful. And just shake that out. All right, let's just start putting some pieces together. Okay? Just make sure your blocks are in place near the top of the mat. Okay, we're going to start with that chair pose with a twist and then continue from there. Couple breaths here as we start. Here we go. Let's inhale, take both arms up into the air. Exhale, take chair pose. As you're taking your chair pose, bring hands to heart center. Once you're in your seat, inhale, long spine. Exhale, twist to your right. Maybe sit back and down a little deeper. Maybe this left elbow reaches all the way over to the right knee or right thigh. Breathe in. Exhale, unwind, hands on thighs. Press into the thighs to help you stand up. Extend both arms up into the air. Inhale as you do so. Exhale, take chair pose again. Hands to heart center, ready to twist. Breathe in. Long torso. Exhale, twist to your left. Settling into the rotation. Really feel the hips shifting back. Breathe in. Exhale, we're going to unwind and fold. Monkey pose, or extend the spine, inhale. Exhale, hands to the floor. Walk, step, or hop, both feet back. Plank pose, come down, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Continue the flow. Inhale, extend right leg up, bend and twist. Right knee underneath you towards left elbow. Back up into the sky, straight line. Right foot to the top of the mat, warrior one. Plant that heel. Long torso. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, opening warrior two. Right away, side angle. Rotate the arms. Inhale, reach high and low. Exhale, left hand down to the floor or block. Rise up onto tiptoes behind you. Make sure your torso is long. Right arm out to the right side as you twist to the right side. Let's hold that for a moment. Just breathe in. Exhale, return to the earth. Plant the hands. Let's step back, plank. Come on down, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, extend left leg up into the air, bend and twist. Left knee underneath you towards right elbow as you exhale. Inhale, take that left leg straight up and back into the sky, down dog. Exhale, left foot to the top of the mat, warrior one. Take your time as you're transitioning as you need to. Exhale, opening to warrior two right here. Side angle. Rotate the arms. Inhale, reach high and low. Exhale, twist. Bring your right hand down to the floor or block or stack of blocks or books. Tiptoes behind you, heel lifted. Left arm out to the side. Twist. Hold. 3 breaths. Good job. Let's breathe in. Exhale, hands to the floor. And step back, plank. Stay in a straight line here. Take a shortcut, down dog. Jump, step, or walk, both feet up to the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale to extend the spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse your swan dive. Come to standing, reaching into the air. Exhale, arms down by your side. Wonderful. Roll out those shoulders, even a little circle in the wrists right there. All right, now let's put the full sequence together. I think we've got all the components. First, just get a sip of water, wipe out any sweat, adjust your mat like I need to, make sure your blocks are in place. Alrighty, so the first part of the sequence is actually going to start with tree pose. Let me just show you quickly. So I'm just going to hop into a tree pose. So here's tree. And so when I instruct you to come out of tree, knee will come forward and this foot will come down. Once it touches the ground, you're just going to sit into your chair pose and go right into the twist. So that'll be that flow, that part of the vinyasa. Okay, let's come to mountain pose. Let's take some deep breaths here. Preparing the body. You can imagine this is like the beginning of the whole class, where you stood in mountain pose, gathered yourself, taking slow deep breaths in and out, and arriving here in the moment. Tree pose. Start shifting your weight into your right foot, root down. Feel tall and long in your spine, core engaged. Float the left foot up, swing the knee out to the side. Placing foot on the inside of your standing leg. Inhale, take arms up into the air. Reach high. Exhale, core connection, focus forward. Let's keep the arms extended, swing left knee forward, lifting knee, flexed foot. And when you plant the foot into the ground, immediately come to chair pose, hands to heart center, right here. Inhale, lengthening through spine. Exhale, twist to your right. Sitting back and down a little deeper, rotating more if you like. Inhale. Exhale, unwind, then fold. Let's continue the flow. Inhale, extend spine again. Exhale, plant the hands into the mat. Hop or step back, plank pose, come down, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. You're going to tiptoe forward a little bit 3 times. Remember this? Getting the feet tiny bit closer to hands. Still in down dog. Good bend of the knees, strong hands and arms. Take right hand, reach to the outside of your left leg as low as you can reach. Twist, look underneath left arm. Bring the right hand back out in front on the ground. Step back a little bit, return to the regular down dog position. Then inhale, extend right leg up, bend and twist. Core twist, exhale, right knee underneath you towards left elbow. Back up into the sky, straight line. Down dog, inhale. Exhale, right foot to the top of the mat, warrior 1. Rising high. Exhale, opening warrior 2. Side angle. Reach out, rotate the arms. Inhale here, top to bottom. Exhale, twist, left hand to the floor or block. Rise up onto tiptoes behind you, long torso. Twist to the right, right hand up into the air. 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale, return your hands down to the mat. Step back, plank pose, hold. Shortcut, down dog. Breathe in, fill up your lungs. Exhale, walk, step or hop, both feet up to the top of the mat. Inhale, extend spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse your swan dive, come up to standing, reach up into the air. Exhale, arms down by your side. Quickly establish a connection. Tree pose, other side. Shifting weight into left foot now. Long spine, inhale, get tall. Exhale, core engaged. Floating right foot up. Swing the knee out to the side. Foot to the inside of the standing leg. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Breathe, hold, focus. Let's keep the arms extended. Swing your right knee forward, lifting knee with the flexed foot. As you bring the foot to the floor, chair pose, bring hands to heart center. Maybe taking a deeper seat as you're able. Inhale, lengthen spine. Exhale, twist to your left. There we are. Breathe in. Exhale, unwind, then fold. Forward fold. Inhale, re-extend, spine lengthening. Exhale, hands to the mat, hop or step back, plank pose, come on down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. All right, you're gonna tiptoe forward 2 or 3 times. Keeping knees soft, hips high, hands strongly pressing into the floor. We wanna have strong arms here. Left hand now reaching to the outside of your right leg. Right hand pressing firmly into the ground, twist. Looking underneath your right arm to the right side of the room.
Let's bring the left hand back out in front. Step both feet back a little bit. Then inhale, extend left leg up into the air, bend and twist. Exhale, core twist, left knee towards right elbow. Inhale, back up into the sky, down dog. Exhale, left foot to the top of the mat, warrior one. Right heel plants behind you, long torso, hinge your way up. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, opening, warrior two. Side angle, rotate the arms. Inhale, reach high and low. Exhale, revolve, right hand to the floor or block. Rise up onto tiptoes behind you. Extend your spine. Left hand out to the side, rotate. Hold 3 breaths. For me, this really feel good in the hips. Breathe in. Exhale, hands to the floor. Step back, plank pose. Shortcut, down dog, bend knees, hips to sky. That's our sequence. We're going back down to the ground. Hop forward, cross legs, take a seat. And then go ahead and roll down onto your back. All right. Check in with breathing. Perhaps even just hug both knees into chest. We're going to do a few more twists down here on the floor. So the rest of our practice is down here on the floor with some restorative postures. And maybe some circles here. Gently, maybe going clockwise and then counterclockwise, just to massage the lumbar spine, the low back area, even in the hips. Okay? Even just a gentle rock left and right. You can rock forward and back, whatever feels good here. And since your feet are free, maybe making circles with the feet if you like. You can flex the feet, point your toes, wiggle your toes. All right. Set your feet on the floor. Keep knees bent, feet flat on the floor. Soften the body. Take your feet wider on your mat. They might even just come right to the edges of the mat. You're going to windshield wiper the legs. Okay, so you're going to send both knees over to the left side. So what happens with the right knee, it kind of drops to the inside a little bit. So you get this inner spiral or inner rotation of the right leg, which you're going to feel this in your right hip and low back area. If you want more sensation, here's a couple things you can do. One, extend your right arm behind you, reach for the wall behind you. And then even more so, you can take the left foot, pick it up off the ground, place it on top of that right knee, and just gently press it down towards the ground. It just creates more of this lengthening and stretch quality on that right side. You don't have to do this, but this is if you want and need a little bit more sensation. Let's just take a couple more breaths here. All right, let's release these binds. Come back up to neutral, arms down by your side, knees bent, feet flat on the ground, and just hold for a few seconds. Everything coming back to neutral. Feet are still wide, feet right onto the edges of the mat. Then when you're ready, slowly taking the knees over to the right side. And again, now the left knee is going to kind of dip to the inside here. Inner spiral affecting low back and hip, notice. Now if that's too much, you might want to tuck something underneath that left knee, like a block or a rolled up blanket or even a pillow, just so it doesn't feel like it's pulling down too harshly. Or if you feel like you need or want more sensation, same thing. Extend left arm behind you, pick up the right foot, place it on top of that left knee and gently press down, which creates more of that rotation. A few more breaths here. These are just optional, these extra actions with the body. And let's come out of that, return to neutral. Let's bring both knees into chest. Hold here for a moment. As you draw both knees in, see if you can press low back into the floor so you feel pretty flat, the entire back flat on the ground. Take the knees wide, okay, and just getting a little stretch in the inner thighs. And you can hold this for your hip opener, or take happy baby pose, taking the feet, soles of the feet up towards the ceiling, knees remain bent, maybe holding on to the soles of the feet, or holding onto your ankles, and just gently press down. You can add motion here if you'd like. A little rocking sensation might add to the benefit of the pose.
once again, just check in with your breathing. There was a lot of movement we did, okay, through our vinyasas and those twisting actions. And maybe you were slightly out of breath, which is perfectly normal. But maybe your breath is back to that baseline as we're coming into relaxation. Let's take one more hip opener, bring the soles of the feet together and set the feet onto the floor. Let the knees remain bent and opened out to the side like this for our reclining cobbler's pose or reclining bound angle pose. Very relaxing position. You can stay here for the rest of the class if you like. It's very relaxing. Gentle stretch in the inner thighs, but if it feels like it's pulling too much right here along the inner thighs, you might want to place some pillows or blocks or books underneath the knees so it doesn't feel like they're being overly stretched. Okay, you can think of this like an open book. We're going to close the book, reopen it, and close it again, okay? All right, so this is the open book. What you're going to do to close the book is take your right knee, bring it up and over to the left knee, so it closes the book. But then take your right arm and reach to the right side of the room. So you just create another twist, basically. So a little bit more, it's a different sensation than that windshield wiper twist that we did. A couple of breaths. So the book is closed. Let's reopen the book. Left knee stays right where it is. Right knee comes up and back over to the right side. Let's hold here for a few seconds. Back to our reclining bound angle. And then we're going to close the book to the other side. So pick up the left knee, swing it closed, on top of the right knee, while the left arm extends out to the left side, creating the twist in the spine. Very nice. 2 more breaths. Let's reopen the book. So lift the left knee, bring it all the way over to left side, reopening, hold. Then bring both knees together up at the top, hug both knees into chest, lifting head and upper back a little bit off the floor, so you kind of create this little rounded sensation in the back, and start rocking forward and back, just a little bit here, another little massage. Maybe some more circles. And then whenever you're ready, we're just going to move right into Shavasana. So we've left plenty of time for our relaxation here. Now if you want to, you certainly are welcome to add more poses to your sequence or even repeat things that we've already done. Otherwise, go ahead and bring feet to the floor, extend your legs out in front here, and fully release and relax. Plenty of time here for relaxation and meditation. And I'll guide you through this. So once you're here eventually, maybe taking a nice full breath in, fill up your entire body. As you exhale, just feel the body completely relax and melt into the ground. That might take several breaths before you feel completely relaxed. Now you're welcome to keep your eyes open. You're not really looking at anything, but they're just open and softly gazing upward. You're certainly welcome to close your eyes here. Either case, just focus on your breath. Just slow, deep breathing. In our practice today, we're focusing on twisting, rotations. Twisting in yoga can mean many things. Maybe there's something you've been holding on to, something that's physical, emotional, mental. And maybe it's something that doesn't really serve you very well in your life right now, and you want to release it. So maybe just this twisting sensation in the body resembles something like wringing out a wet towel. Think of like a mop going into a bucket of water. And you pull that mop out and it's sopping wet. You need to wring it out just to get all that water out. You can think of your thoughts, feelings, and emotion, or your sensational, physical things in your body, like that water that needs to be rinsed out. And once you've done the work of clearing your mind, your body, and those emotions, then you feel more clear, opened. You can spend that opened time here in stillness, in meditation, no distractions. You're welcome to stay in this space for as long as you need to or want to. Continue to settle into the ground, completely relaxed here. Again, you're welcome to stay here as long as you need to, even as I end the class. Just stay in Shavasana. Whenever you are ready to move, rather than moving right away, just return to the awareness of your breath. Take 5 slow, deep breaths. Breathing into these newly opened spaces that you've rinsed out with all your twisting work. Fill yourself up with new life, new energy. Feel movement begin to subtly return to your body. It starts in your feet and your hands. Let that movement rise up through the legs and your arms, through your torso, your neck, through your head. And then sometime after your 5th breath, it doesn't have to be right away. Take your time, move slowly, and roll onto either side of your body. Pausing here in a nurturing pose, taking several breaths. Once again, once you're ready to move, take your time, move as slowly as you can, slow motion. Press into the floor with your hands, using a breath to give you energy to help rise. No rush, rising up. If your eyes are still closed, finding a comfortable seat, maybe even something soft to sit on. Find an extension of the spine, maybe crossing legs. One more circle of the shoulders, up and down your back. Arms relaxed down by your side, hands resting in your lap. Take a breath. And one more movement together. Inhale, extend your arms into the air. As you exhale, bring your palms together and down to your heart. Take one more breath in and out. And as we come to the close of this practice together, we bow, saying Namaste.